Have you ever felt uneasy about a supplier in China, but you couldn't quite explain why? Maybe the price was amazing, the messages sounded friendly, but something just felt off. I'm based in China, and I see the same 3 red flags over and over again. If your supplier does any of these, your order might be in danger. Let's go through them one by one, and I'll explain what they really mean and what you should do instead. Red flag number 1. They never show you the real factory. The first red flag: your factory never actually looks like a factory. They send you catalog photos, maybe some studio pictures, but when you ask for real videos or a quick walkthrough, there's always an excuse. Camera not working, factory too busy, boss not here today. One time is normal, every time is a pattern. Why is this dangerous? Because if they can't show you where your product is made, it usually means one of 3 things. They're just a small trading office with no real control over production. They're hiding the real factory because quality is poor or unstable. Or in the worst case, there is no stable production behind them at all. You don't need a Hollywood tour, but a simple factory video, even from a phone, is normal for a real supplier. What you should do? Ask for a short video of your product being made or a walkthrough of the workshop. Ask for photos that clearly show machines, workers, and your product. If the order is serious, consider using someone on the ground to visit. If weeks go by and they still can't show you anything real, take that as a loud warning. Red flag number 2. Their price is way lower than everyone else. On screen, simple graphic -9 quotes around $4, 1 quote at $2.20. Red flag number 2. Their price is much lower than every. Let's say you contact 10 suppliers. 9 of them quote between $4 and $4.50. One of them offers $2.20. Is that a miracle? Probably not. In China, big price gaps usually mean cheaper materials, thinner components, shortcuts in production, or someone who hasn't really calculated the cost properly and will try to change terms later. You might see this pattern. First, they attract you with a great price. Then after you pay the deposit, they say, raw material cost increased, you must pay more. Or worse, they keep the low price, but deliver low quality that your customers reject. What you should do: don't compare suppliers only by price. Compare price plus quality plus stability. Ask for 2 options from each supplier. 1 standard quality, 1 higher quality. If one quote is far below the rest, treat it as a risk, not a bargain. In sourcing, too cheap very often becomes too expensive later. Red flag number 3. No real production proof close to shipping. On screen, calendar flipping closer to ship date. Chat bubble saying, don't worry, almost done. Red flag number 3. You're getting close to the shipping date, but you still have no real proof that your goods exist. You ask for updates. They say, don't worry, production is going well. Almost finished. We ship soon, no problem. But they don't send clear photos of your actual goods. Short videos from the production line, packing photos, or carton labels. Just words. If a factory is really producing your order, it's not difficult to take a few honest pictures or a 20-second video. When they refuse, delay, or send only generic images from Google, it often means production is late, not started, or they're mixing your order with something else. What you should do: before you place the order, make it clear you'll need production photos and packing photos before shipment. Near the shipping gate, insist on seeing your product on the line, your cartons with your labels. For serious orders, arrange a pre-shipment inspection in the factory. If you're days away from shipment and you still have no real proof, assume that things are not on track and act early, not when the ship has already left on paper. What this means for importers. So let's recap the 3 red flags. They never show you the real factory, only pretty pictures and excuses. Their price is much lower than everyone else, too good to be true. As shipping gets closer, there's still no real production or packing proof. Only don't worry. Seeing one of these once doesn't always mean disaster. But if you see 2 or 3 at the same time, you need to take it very seriously. This is exactly why having someone on the ground in China makes such a difference. From here, we can verify if the factory is real and active. Check the production with our own eyes. Catch problems before the container is loaded, not after it arrives. If you're importing from China, or planning to, keep these 3 red flags in the back of your mind. They can save you from losing a lot of money, time, and reputation with your own customers. If you want more real-life sourcing tips from inside China, about suppliers, factory visits, quality control, and shipping, subscribe, like this video, and tell me in the comments if you've ever seen one of these red flags, or if you want me to break down other warning signs to watch for.